It's very interesting to me just how much weight we put into seeking parental approval. The thing about that is, some parents put so much expectation into their children that it's almost impossible for you to get their approval on anything. Saying this is already going to be stating the obvious, but it needs to be said anyway. Parents are living vicariously through their own children, and because they're doing this, they're taking everything they wanted to achieve when they were younger and putting those expectations onto their children. And then, lo and behold, some of those parents want to reap the benefits, you know, in the odd chance that one of those children do get to live those parents' dream of, you know, being a professional sports player. Part of that also goes back to how they were raised as children, and if there were unrealistic expectations placed on them, they're obviously going to continue the cycle and place those expectations onto their children. Then it's our responsibility to stop that and not put any unrealistic expectations on our own children whenever that happens. A good job and congratulations can go a long way, and they go a lot further than, oh, you could be doing better. When they say you can be doing better, it's putting that doubt into your mind that you can ever win their approval, and then you're sitting there trying to figure out ways that you can receive their approval. Your own personal approval of yourself is 300 times more important than what your parents think. You need to have your own approval of yourself before you go seeking the approval of others. That includes everyone around you. If they approve of you after that, then that's great, because then you're not seeking or longing for that approval that is going to be looming for a long time over your head. If that's not good enough for them, and in some cases it's not, then you're going to have to make the choice. That will probably hurt in the now, but later on it's going to be much better for yourself, because then you're not sitting around seeking the approval of some people that are never going to approve of you in the end. This doesn't even apply to just your parents too, it includes everyone around you. If they don't approve of who you are, then don't go seeking their approval. It's going to be hard to internalize that for a while, but being yourself is the most important thing that you need to be. And you know what? I get why you want parental approval. You want to have that validation that you know what you're doing is right because you've looked up to them for your whole lives, and they're the ones that have been molding you, turning you into the person that you are today. They are part of the reason why you are who you are. I bet in their eyes you look like a disappointment to them, because then they know they failed their roles as parents if they don't approve of what you've done, and that's kind of funny to me. They'll be guessing and guessing what they did wrong, but you know what? It may not even have been something they did wrong. You just may be different than what they wanted, and that's just how they're going to have to live with it. Parents are also supposed to be the ones you're looking up to tell you that you've been doing good, and you know what? If they can't tell you that you've been doing good, it hurts. It hurts coming from anyone that you're being told that you're not doing good. That's what probably hurts the most when you don't get their approval, is that you look at them and they look back at you and they're looking like you've done something wrong, and that sucks. Sometimes you just have to move on, and if you can't win your parents' approval by being who you are, then you have to move on. You can't just keep holding on to something that's never going to materialize. It's going to be really hard to tell yourself you don't need their approval anymore, but at some point in your life, you need to tell yourself that you don't need their approval anymore.